Hi, this is Dave Hompes from H Pylori Symptoms.com. Another video here. This is a short video just to help you understand the types of foods that you need to be looking to avoid and the ones that you want to try and eat as well when you have H Pylori. And this is probably the question, or one of the questions that I get asked most when people email me and when I do talks and things like that is, well, if I have H. pylori or I have other digestive infections, H. pylori is just one of many digestive infections that I see, by the way. H. pylori diet. Well, what can I eat, Dave? What can I avoid? Some foods seem to aggravate my problems. Some foods seem to make me feel better. You know, what do I do? And the answer is, it's not as clear cut as just saying eat that and don't eat that, because everybody's different, okay? So we all have different responses to certain types of food. But science has shown us that certain foods can help to control H. pylori. So there are certain foods that help to inhibit the infection, the bacteria. This is not necessarily the same as eradicating it. Eradicating it means getting rid of it completely. Inhibiting it means just stopping its growth. Most of the studies show that foods inhibit H. pylori, but they do not necessarily eradicate it. So you can help to control it with foods. Now, that, in my opinion, and from my experience, is actually only a minor part of the diet recommendations that I use when I'm working with people. Now, I have found personally that it's not necessarily the foods that you eat, it's the ones that you avoid that give the best results. There are some key foods that most people feel miles better on when they actually get rid of them, okay? And so it's not just a matter of saying, eat this, and this to kill H. pylori. It's more important to consider the types of foods that we're eating on a day-to-day basis, 3 to 5 times a day, that could be creating a lot of problems. Now, if we take H. pylori completely out of the equation and we just focus on food for one moment, I will tell you hand on heart that I have seen more impressive improvements in people's health by changing their diet when they have H. pylori than getting rid of the H. pylori itself, okay? I can't emphasize how important this is enough. It's really, I just want to jump about and just kind of grab people and shake them and get them to understand this. There are foods that you eat on a daily basis that cause you as much harm, if not more, than the H. pylori does itself. And I have seen literally 10 or 15 symptoms disappear within a week by people changing their diet, even without them focusing on getting rid of the H. pylori, okay? So it's these foods here, the ones to avoid, that are hugely, hugely important, okay? I'm going to give you a quick sneak preview of what they are. Now, it's all very well me telling you what they are. It's quite another thing you understanding how to get rid of them in your diet, okay? And I'm going to talk about that just in a moment. But the foods you need to avoid, typically, for most people, are foods that contain gluten. And that includes bread, pasta, anything made with flour and the grains wheat, rye, or barley. Cow's milk. Cow's milk. Everybody tells us that cow's milk is healthy, but no, for most people, cow's milk is not a particularly good food to eat, particularly if it's coming from the supermarkets and it's in a processed form. And the third one, another very controversial food at the moment, is soy. Most of the soy products out there are just garbage and they cause a lot of problems. Now, why are these 3 foods in particular a big problem, okay? Why am I saying that you need to get rid of a lot of the foods that you probably eat at every meal and that most nutritional experts out there are telling you are healthy? Well, the main thing that we have to understand is that H. pylori causes an inflammatory response in the stomach and intestine. A bit like hitting your hand with a hammer. You're going to have an inflammatory response. It's going to go red, it's going to get hot, it's going to burn, it's going to swell up. The same thing happens in your digestive system with H. pylori. Now, the 3 foods that I've just mentioned, particularly gluten, but cow's milk and soy as well, can irritate and inflame the digestive system in exactly the same way as H. pylori. So I've had people where they come to me because they have H. pylori and they think that's what's causing all their symptoms, but when we clear the foods out, all their symptoms go away and we haven't even touched the H. pylori. So the H. pylori is only really there as a bystander. It doesn't cause symptoms in everybody. You know, it's the foods that are causing the problems in those people. So by cleaning up the diet, we can get rid of heartburn, bloating, digestive pain, constipation, diarrhea, all the common digestive symptoms that the doctors call IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, but which I actually call intestinal bullshit, because it's just a lump of symptoms drawn together to describe basically what is in essence a reaction to foods or having a digestive infection. Okay, so IBS always has a cause. So intestinal bullshit, if we clear up the diet and we get rid of the bugs, all the symptoms go away. And not only the digestive symptoms, the energy comes back, the moods even out, the skin clears up, everybody just feels better. Okay, now it's impossible, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to stand here and coach you on exactly what you need to do from a dietary perspective in order to help you eradicate H. pylori and in order to help you feel better. So, due to popular demand, I got asked by hundreds of people to do this. I actually wrote an ebook which has the entire program that I use with my clients to help clear out H. pylori. So all the food stuff, the lifestyle stuff and the supplements and everything that you need to know to do that is in the ebook. And you can find more information on it at www.h-pylori-treatment.com. My name's Dave Hompers. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and I hope it helped you, it added value to you. Remember, gluten, cow's milk, soy, if you can get rid of those foods, it will stand you in very, very good stead for a healthy future.